Every parent wants their child to grow up with kindness, confidence, and manners that make the world pause and say, "Wow, who raised this kid?" But most parents think teaching manners requires long lectures, strict rules, and constant reminders. The truth is the opposite. The kids with the best manners, they learn them in short, consistent, powerful moments, the kind that take no more than 5 minutes a day, and those 5 minutes can completely shape who your child becomes. Because teaching manners isn't about memorizing polite words, it's about shaping a mindset. It's about raising a child who naturally chooses kindness when no one is watching, a child who respects others because they've been respected, a child who listens because they've been heard, a child who says thank you not because they were told to, but because gratitude is part of who they are, and it all begins in these 5 minutes. Take any moment of your day, morning, afternoon, bedtime, and turn it into a small, intentional ritual, a ritual where you demonstrate the very behaviors you hope they will mirror. Children don't learn manners by being told. They learn manners by absorbing what they see. They learn from your tone, your patience, your reactions, your apologies, your gratitude, your empathy. Every single day, you're teaching, even when you don't realize it. And these 5 minutes become your most powerful classroom. Start with the most underrated tool in parenting, presence. Put your phone away, kneel or sit so you're at their eye level. Look at them, really look at them. Not the checking if they're listening look, but the I see you, I value you look. In those few seconds, you teach more respect than weeks of lectures ever could. Kids learn to respect others when they feel respected themselves. Then practice a tiny ritual of gratitude, something simple. Maybe you say, "What are 2 things you're grateful for today?" Or "Who was kind to you today?" Or your child might point to a toy, a snack, or a person. It doesn't matter how small it is, what matters is they're learning to notice goodness. A grateful child becomes a polite child, because gratitude automatically shapes how they treat people, how they speak, how they carry themselves. After gratitude, practice emotional labeling, one of the secret pillars of good manners, because a child who understands their emotions is far less likely to lash out, interrupt, shout, or behave rudely. So ask what feeling took up most of your day today, and let them answer freely. No correcting, no dismissing. If they say, "I felt annoyed," or "I was sad when you were busy," honor it. When children learn to express feelings with words, they don't use behavior to express them later. Now introduce empathy gently, naturally. You can ask, "Did you see anyone today who might have felt upset or lonely?" Or "Was there a moment today when you helped someone feel better?" When a child learns to recognize emotions in others, their manners elevate from polite to compassionate. Anyone can say please and thank you, but a child who understands empathy treats people with softness, patience, and thoughtful kindness, the kind that stands out anywhere they go. Then model calm communication. Show them what respectful tone sounds like. Kids imitate your volume, your intensity, your rhythm. So speak slowly, softly, kindly. Say, "When we speak gently, people hear us better." Or "When someone is talking, we wait because their words matter." These microlessons, repeated daily, grow into natural behavior. They'll start doing it without thinking because they watched you do it. Next, role play for 1 minute. Make it fun. Ask, what would you say if someone gave you a gift? What would you do if someone accidentally pushed you? How do you greet someone new? Make it a game, not a chore. Kids remember what they enjoy. A single minute of playful practice strengthens social confidence more than any lecture ever will. End these 5 minutes with the most powerful action you can take, appreciation. Tell them, "I noticed how gently you spoke today," or "I'm proud of how you shared with your cousin," or "I saw you helping without being asked." When you reinforce the good grows. Children expand into the identity you reflect back to them. If they believe they are kind, they will act kind. If they believe they are respectful, they will behave respectfully. Your words shape their internal voice. These 5 minutes, presence, gratitude, emotional awareness, empathy, calm communication, practice, and appreciation, are not random. Together, they form the foundation of high-level manners. Kindness, respect, emotional intelligence, self-control, and social awareness. You're not just teaching them how to behave, you're teaching them who to become. And here's the important part, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to always say the right things. You don't need to always stay calm. You don't need to always have time. You just need consistency. 5 minutes a day. It's the daily repetition that rewires the brain. It's the repetition that teaches your child, this is who we are. And slowly, without force, without pressure, without yelling, your child begins to internalize the behaviors they see, the values they hear, and the love they feel. A child with good manners isn't just pleasant to be around. They're emotionally stable, they connect easily, they build stronger friendships, they attract kindness, teachers love them, relatives respect them, other kids admire them. Because polite behavior doesn't just open doors, it creates opportunities in life. It builds confidence, it creates leaders, it builds character from the inside out. And here's the hidden truth every parent should know. A well-mannered child starts with a well-connected parent. Manners grow from connection, from safety, from trust. A child who feels emotionally supported behaves better because they feel secure. And 5 minutes of deep connection every day becomes a lifelong anchor of emotional stability. One day they will remember those small rituals, the way you kneel and look into their eyes, the way you listen without rushing, the way you say thank you for the tiny things they do, the way you let them speak without interrupting, the way you model kindness even when you're tired, the way you gently guide them with patience instead of pressure. These moments become invisible threads weaving their character, and someday someone will tell you, your child is so polite, so thoughtful, so well-mannered, and you'll know it wasn't luck, it wasn't strict rules, it wasn't a parenting trick. It was these 5 intentional minutes you repeated, day after day, year after year, until your child didn't just learn manners, they became a child who naturally radiates them. So tonight, before you pick up your phone, check messages, or rush through the bedtime routine, pause. Take a deep breath and give them those 5 minutes, not just a glance, not just a quick good night, but truly intentional, undistracted time. Sit with them, lean in slightly. Make gentle, meaningful eye contact that says, "You are the most important part of my world right now." Let your presence speak louder than any words you could ever say. Let your calm energy tell them that they are seen, that they are valued, that they are safe. Because children don't just hear words, they absorb the energy behind them. Every gesture, every glance, every touch teaches them what it means to be respected, loved, and considered. During these 5 minutes, notice the little things. Notice how their eyes sparkle when they feel heard. Notice the hesitation in their voice when they're unsure. Notice the tiny sigh of relief when someone finally pauses to really listen. Ask small, open-ended questions. What made you happy today? Did anything feel hard? Is there something you want to share before sleep? Let them answer without interruption, without correcting, without judging. When you do, you are showing them how to express themselves with confidence, how to share their feelings without fear, and how to connect authentically with others. These minutes are more than just time, they are training their heart. They are shaping the foundation for how they will treat others, how they will respond to challenges, and how they will carry themselves in the world. Manners, kindness, patience, empathy, these are not learned through lectures or lists of rules. They are absorbed through connection, presence, and example. And in these 5 minutes, you have the power to teach all of that without a single word. Notice the power in silence too. Sometimes you don't need to speak. Sometimes simply sitting together, holding hands, or resting a comforting hand on their shoulder communicates love and respect more than any instruction could. The energy of your calm attention, the warmth in your gaze, the patience in your posture, these are the things that imprint on their memory and shape their character. This is how children learn respect, kindness, and how to interact gracefully with the world. So tonight, let those 5 minutes stretch into a lifetime of influence. Let them feel that you are completely present, that nothing else matters at this moment but them, and that their thoughts, feelings, and presence are cherished. These minutes may seem small, almost insignificant in the rush of your day, but they carry more weight than any lecture, any consequence, any rule. Every habit of respect, every polite word, every thoughtful gesture your child will show in the future begins here, in this quiet, intentional, loving presence. Because everything you want them to become, polite, kind, respectful, confident, emotionally intelligent, starts in these small, quiet, powerful minutes you give them today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, tonight. 5 minutes of presence is more transformative than hours of instruction. 5 minutes of attention builds their inner foundation stronger than any rulebook. 5 minutes of care and connection teaches them what it means to be human, to be seen, and to be loved unconditionally. And when they grow, when they step into the world, the lessons they absorb in these moments will quietly guide them. How to speak, how to listen, how to treat others, how to carry themselves with dignity. The warmth, patience, and presence you show today will echo in their actions tomorrow. So before you rush, before you scroll, before the day ends, give them these 5 minutes. Sit, look, listen, connect. Because the world may teach them many things, but the heart lessons, the lessons of manners, respect, and empathy, begin in your quiet presence tonight.